All right, everybody. It is Alaskan Ballistics Live here. Late night gun chat. It's a lot later on the East Coast. Um, Going a lot later tonight because I went out and vote. And no, I did not vote for Mary Patola or Sarah, I voted for Sarah Palin as a second choice, but or Lisa Murkowski. So there you go. Um, you know, one of those nights where like go to vote and like none of these people are that good. This is the best we could do. Yeah, so that's that. So hopefully things go our way and we have a pro 2A candidate from Alaska. Senator Sullivan is the other senator is a very pro 2A candidate. Senator Murkowski is not. So let's just be honest there. So anyway, thanks for coming. I see David Walcott and MG Monkey in the chat. And don't forget to visit our arms directory page for all of our affiliate links to the cool stuff. There are affiliate links down in the description, but to the cool stuff that you came here, yeah. The ranked voting is weird. The ranked voting is weird, and it's a clear ploy for the Democrats. And I want to say it's unconstitutional because if somebody gets moved, like, oh, they got a second place vote. Well, they didn't earn my first place vote. It's kind of weird. Yeah, it's really, really weird. So it is what it is. Yeah. So this is late night gun chat. You guys ask gun questions. I give you my answers. Worth exactly what you pay for it, unless of course you get a super chat and then it's worth less than what you pay for it. So that's that. What's up, White Space Marines? Long time no see. I'm glad you're here, buddy. So how you doing? All right. Looks like he's got two Wolverines fighting there. Is that a honey badger and a Wolverine? I don't know. Cool. Keith Gregory, what's up, my friend? How's it up there where you live? MG Monkey's here. All right. David Walcott. Yeah, I thought it was dumb when in my last year in high school. So they started ranked choice voting your last year in high school. Martin Horst, good to see you. Hope all is well to you and yours as well. So, again, late night gun chat, a little later than normal. So, got the baby screaming in the background. The dog got a hold of my microphone and chewed it. So, the microphone's still good. The stand and the cord are bad. So that's that. Anyway, so all that being said, that's that. Do more Liberty 10mm tests. I don't have any Liberty 10mm. I haven't been able to find it lately. And number one and number two, it's strictly pointless. It is the most pointless ammo you can buy because it'll penetrate 12 inches in gel, but 12 inches in gel doesn't, and it always, it's a gimmick round. I've done the velocity tests. I don't know what else I could do it out of to show faster velocity. I've shot it all out of all three guns on the channel at some point. So actually, I didn't publish the data from. I might. It was a while back. I might have to look and see if I have the Glock 20. But that's that. So no, I'm not doing more Liberty 10mm tests. Gimmick ammo. Don't use it for self-defense. Okay, it doesn't work. And last one, Andy. What's up? Evening. Ordered wood stocks for my encores. Yep. Getting ready for 2 weeks. Getting ready for 2 weeks of what? I have not looked at election results. I don't even want to pontificate on that or speculate on that. So that's that. Should I have my 243? Oh, okay, Thursday and the stocks. Cool. All right. I don't know how Palin's doing. I have not. I just literally said I do not know. Yep. I have not looked at the results. All I know is I went and I did vote for her over Mary Patola. Despite her being a trumpet. All right, but I voted for the other Republican candidate over her, Mick Begich. Neither one of them are that great, in my opinion. What do you think the benefits of a 300 Win Mag over a 7mm Rim Mag, if any, in a practical sense? In a practical sense, so as a dangerous game short range rifle, you can put 220 grain nozzle partitions, 220 heavy 200 grain Barnes LRX, and there's even a 208 grain Barnes LRX, and really penetrate with a heavy bullet at short range. That would be your biggest benefit over a 7mm Remington Magnum. So that's that. Um, so if you're hunting in thicker woods, 50 to 100 yards, and you're hunting grizzly bears, yeah. Other than that, not a lot. There's not a lot of advantage. You can send the lighter bullets faster. For example, the 130 grain TTSX was going faster in my 300 Win Mag than the 120 grain TTSX was going in my 7mm Rim Mag. So it has a little bit more case capacity. It is a different case. So I would do that. So 2 weeks is my hog ram hunt. There you go. Put in the smaller backstrap for the XDM 10mm. It feels a lot better. I don't pull too much on the body. There you go. There you go. Yep. I don't think the results are starting yet. The polls just closed 6 minutes ago. Yeah. No, not here anyway. Yeah, I haven't looked at any election results. There you go. 300 is an elk round. 7mm really isn't. 7mm Remington Magnum isn't an elk round. Oh, I would have to. That's crazy. I have to say there's a lot of people who have taken elk with a 7mm Rim Mag. I've taken plenty of caribou. I've killed 2 caribou with mine, and one. Let me rephrase that. I've killed 3 caribou with mine, and my wife's killed 1 with mine. And I know caribou aren't as big as elk, but I've also killed a black bear with it, and they're as tough as elk. They're as tough, with all that thick and fat and stuff. So. Yeah, I don't know that there were respectable politicians in the 70s and 80s, but yeah, I get where you're coming from. People take down elk with a 6.5. Yeah, they take down moose with a 6.5. Doesn't make it a good idea. I'd have no issues taking down elk with a 6.5 out to 300 yards. I can place my bullet where I want it to be. So, and I use a good, well-constructed bullet. That elk's going to do the same thing there that any other thing is going to do to him. So, how do you like the Ruger Wrangler? They're cool. The only reason why I'd want to get one is because I had Ruger Cerakote my GP 100 in the Ruger Wrangler bronze, and I'd want to get a bronze Ruger Wrangler to match it. But that's the only reason why I want to get one. It's pointless to me. I don't think they're a good first gun for a kid because the shape of the grip in the single action is just, smaller hands. It's just not that good. I'd much rather have a semi-auto slim grip magazine fed and teach them that personally, that I can suppress. So I have a 22 suppressor. So why would I get a revolver on purpose? Other than, they are cool, and they work. I've heard they're not as accurate as a lot of like the what was it, the Bearcat and the other single action 22s. So there's been more elk killed the 30-30 than any other cartridge in history. That I believe. Sup, everybody? What's up? I just bought one for plinking. There you go. Well, you tell me how you like it. That's it. They're cool guns. I need to get one, but right now the finances just don't get one. So that's that. Frontal area. It's just better. Yeah. So I don't buy that argument. I mean, yeah, if you were comparing 0.45 with 0.284, that'd be one thing. But you're talking about 24 thousandths of an inch. 24 thousandths of an inch matters when it hits. Now, obviously, yeah, a 30 caliber is going to expand a little wider, but again, it's not going to be that much wider. So that's that. Good morning. Good evening, Hunter Kirk. So yeah, I just don't buy that one. I'm sorry. Yeah, I don't consider that something to say the 7mm Rim Mag can't kill an elk. What your backup gun would you take in a hunt when another came close to your kill? Another bear or another human? Um, I'm not gonna lie. Where I hunt, a lot of places I hunt are pressured up here, and so bears know you're there and they stay away. Um, so yeah, um, yeah, I would Glock 20, Glock Model 40 are my preferences. If I'm gonna carry anything, it'll be my Glock Model 40. Past year, I carried nothing but my 44 Magnum. Like I didn't carry a third gun like a semi-auto backup. A lot of people who've been at this longer than you are alive. You've been alive are pretty set on. Okay, by your logic, 257 isn't far behind 7 millimeter. No, it's not. But it's less than 30 thousandths of an inch. If you use a well constructed bullet, now that they have an LRX for 257, if you use a well constructed bullet and put it in the right place, it's going to do the same thing to an elk that a 7 millimeter is going to do. So I don't see what the issue is here. All right. I think I'm sorry, Variable Knife. I thank you for being a great subscriber and everything and being on the chats, but saying 7 millimeter Remington Magnum isn't an elk cartridge is crazy. That's crazy. Is the 300 Win Mag probably a better elk cartridge? Yeah, slightly. Gives us slightly more foot pounds, slightly more speed, slightly heavier bullets. Yeah, yeah, it's probably a better cartridge for those reasons, but not for the fact that it's 24 thousandths of an inch bigger. You know. Sorry, my friend. Cool. I just bought a Springfield Armory Saint for Cabela's in Anchorage. Haven't shot it yet. Anybody think about those? Oh, they're pretty good guns. Yeah, that's a good gun. They're pretty cool. Yeah, as long as it's enough to get there, it'll work. So, it is what it is. As long as it's good enough to get there. Yeah, I'd have no problems. If this makes you feel any better, I hunted all of last year. Every hunt I went on, I took my 6.5 by 284 Norma. So, every hunt I went on last year, I can kill anything in Alaska with that 127 grain bullet. So, are the terminal scent bullets similar to any other bullets? Similar to Accubon long range. Maybe not quite as high a BC, but they are bonded but open up well at distance. So they have the perfect amount of bonding to non-bonding. So that's that. Yeah. 7 millimeter man can punch above their weight for most big game in North America. I agree. I don't know what to say about that. It's all about emphatic kills. I've seen a lot of wasted game down in the field. Yeah, and they probably used poor constructed bullets or had bad shot placement. They probably used SSTs or they probably used, that kind of thing. So, yeah, hunt 20 coyotes, especially if you're selling the fur. Absolutely. Yep. I have no idea what YMMV means. But yes, and they have. What's up, GTN? Who did I see the other day that had some 300 PRC? Let me look it up on Google here. See if Google knows. Produce 0.300 PRC. And of course, my phone is slow here in the basement. My computer's probably roboting too. According to Google, right now it's only Hornady. I saw something the other day. I know 6.5 PRC Federal is starting to load a Fusion. Barnes is loading a TSX. They are not loading their LRX yet, which is kind of strange. They're doing a 130 grain TSX. So I know 6.5 PRC is getting some. I've actually seen those Barnes on the shelf. So, yeah, I'll have to get back to you on that one, but yep. Shot placement and better bullet. Caliber matters little compared to shot placement and better bullet. 405 Winchester. That's an odd one. No, I don't think anybody currently produces that. Maybe Winchester currently produces it, but not in today's thing. If you have calibers like that, you better hand load. That's all I can say. I mean, even calibers like 7mm rim mag and 300 Win mag, you better hand load these days. But you couldn't get any ammo for either one of them for 6 months up here, 7 months up here. I mean, the stores did have it. It was gone. And if I saw it, it was gone. So that's that. Yeah, that would be nice, GTM. It'd be nice to see somebody produce a 230 grain factory load for the 300 PRC. It would be nice. But, so, yeah, that would be nice. But I'd like to see Barnes produce the 208 grain LRX in that caliber in a factory load. You know, and 300 PRC is just a better case design for long range shooting. But it's not necessarily that much more powerful, 50 to 100 feet per second difference at most, if any, than the 300 Win mag. It's not getting up to Weatherby standards, so I'm not really worried about it being, the best in the world or the worst in the world, but it's definitely a good cartridge, but it's made for target shooting. Sorry, I'm getting a little tired here. Yeah. Yeah, almost all the cal. David, where do you live? Do you live out in the bush? I can't remember. Yeah, my application is just an ELR target. Well, considering since the 6.5 Creedmoor is over 10 years old, and I think it might be over 15 years old, and it's still around. And then more 6.5 Creedmoor rifles were sold than any other caliber last year. Yeah. Let me check here. It got 2007. So yeah, it's 15 years old. The 6.5 Creedmoor was developed for Hornady in 2007 by ballisticians Dave Emery and Dennis DeMille. The easy shooting long distance caliber quickly became extremely popular. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, it's been around 15 years already. I own 3 of them. People own 3 of them. So 3, 4 of them. Yeah. So yeah, the flash in the pan, no. Now, some of the other 6.5s that came out as a popular wave rider, like the 6.5 Weatherby RPM, I think that'll be a flash in the pan. 6.5 PRC, I think that's here to stay. 6.5 PRC is here to stay. It may not be as popular as 270 or 30-06 or even 6.5 Creedmoor, but I think it's here to stay too. Yeah. So that's that. I love my 6.5 by 284, so is what it is. Bush near Dillingham. Okay. I need to come out and hunt with you sometime. You got some good easy caribou hunting out there? Can I just fly to Dillingham, you pick me up, and we go caribou hunting? That'd be great. Or moose or whatever. Hey, what's up, Dan O'Neill? How you doing? So, so we're gonna have to save money for a new car, so there's not gonna be a lot of new guns on the channel right now. Just letting y'all know. Gonna have to really save my money, and if you'll share the videos, that'll really help too. Maybe not the live stream, but the monetized videos, share those. So that we can get a new car. Also, all of my affiliate links are on the arms directory. I'm going to put most of them there. I'm putting more on MeWe now, but MeWe's been a little fudgy on gun groups lately, so I'm putting them on the arms directory. That's that. So glad you're doing good, Nano. Now, how is the Liberty get pointers? It penetrates FBI minimum standard. That's it. It penetrates the minimum standard. It is not barrier to blind. It depends on the barrier. It'll fragment a lot of them. It defeats soft armor. No, it doesn't. I've shot it into soft armor. Has hydrostatic shock. Hydrostatic shock doesn't kill. Penetration to the vitals kill. 780 foot-pounds of energy. Again, foot-pounds of energy are nice, but they don't kill. They don't incapacitate. What incapacitates is penetration to the vitals. 12 inches in gel does not equal 12 inches in a human being. It equals probably about 5 to 6. In a fat guy like me, that is not penetrating the heart. All right. You want 18 inches in gel. Okay. Any round that doesn't get you 15 to 18 inches in gel and stays together and has penetrating weight, if it doesn't do that, that's why it's a gimmick round. Light rounds that open up quickly do not perform in animals or human targets as well as they do in gel. It's a fact out there. Go ahead and look it up all you want to. In fact, when the FBI first came with the standards, they said they wanted 18 inches in gel, bare gel, to get 12 inches in a person. And then that got misconstrued over the years to be 12 to 18 inches. So, yeah, no, it's a gimmick round. Liberty is a gimmick round. If you carry that, you're going to end up shooting the guy 15 times because it's not going to penetrate deep enough to do anything, and they're going to convict you in the court for not self-defense. So that's why it's a gimmick round. All right, I'm telling you, I've shot him on the channel. I've got very, very, very good penetration test on the channel on ballistics gel. The 357 SIG fell apart in 6 inches. I mean, it fell apart in 6 inches of gel with denim. Okay. Your body has different layers of tissue. You have your skin, you have your hair on your skin, you have your skin, plus clothing on top of the skin. Then you have subcutaneous tissue. Then you have some more binding tissue. You have muscle. Okay. All of that is more dense than ballistics gel. Ballistic gel is your organs. So, yeah, it has to go through a lot denser thing. And so, no, it's definitely a gimmick around. All right. Anything that's 11, 12 inches or less, no, don't. You want 15 inches in penetration in gel minimum, and I prefer 18 inches. Yeah. Sorry, soapbox. Thanks for the answers. You the man. No, not much caribou, like 70s or 90s. Too spread out and too much much illness. Oh wow, yeah. No, we don't have white-tailed deer in Alaska. There's a few here and there. They come in from Canada, but they are few and far between. That being said, I found 2 white-tailed deer carcasses in the hay flats. Some guy dumped the carcasses there, and they were stripped to the bone. There wasn't a meat on there. I know a place in Missouri that has random hunting projectiles. If anyone is looking, they always have different stuff, mostly pulled. Inventory changes all the time. Free shipping. I don't know about to Alaska. Yeah, let me know. I'm actually looking for some M993. I think that's what it is. Yeah, M993 projectiles. Probably be like $15 a projectile. Military 330 caliber armor piercing projectiles. So yes, a 12 gauge slug only does 7 to 8 inches and fragments immediately, and everybody agrees it's devastating around for defense. Yes, it has all that, but that doesn't mean it's going to penetrate to the vitals, and it might put somebody down, but they might survive that. All right. I've seen deer run with that. I've seen a 12 gauge slug that does that. And that's why we would never use it for bear protection. You would never use a slug hollow point that only does that for bear protection. That is a horrible example. All right. That's not a good analogy, my friend. Suppose the 32 carry is gimmicky too. It gets its 15 to 18 inches in penetration in gel, in bear gel. So that's that. Down here with heavy jackets, Remington 125 grain. Yep, self-defense. It just works. Yep. There you go. Without heavy jackets. Yeah, Remington semi-jacketed hollow point 357 Magnum. There you go. It works. If you had a clear, stable shot, what's the longest ethical kill you take on a moose with your 6.5 284? 300 yards. I'd go 400 or 500 with the caribou, but 300 yards, maybe 4 if I had to. Where I have hunted moose, if you shoot that far, you're crazy. So, best low cost carry 10 millimeter 180 grain jacket hollow point for your testing. Yeah, I have to agree. If you're gonna carry, especially in a bigger gun like the Glock 40 or the Glock 20, carry 180 grain jacketed hollow point. All right, 155 grain will also underpenetrate. 165 grain will also underpenetrate the Spirit Gold Dot 165 grain. But they both penetrate better than Liberty Civil Defense. So there's that. So don't recall 10 millimeter. Yeah, I haven't tried 10 millimeter civil tips. I have not been able to find any. The problem with 30 super carry too high pressure, probably not reloading friendly. Yeah, I have not heard anything about that yet. So you could educate me that on, Chris. Don't recall 10 millimeter silver tip. Oh yeah, got that one. Yeah, I've seen the 700 grain 500 Smith & Wesson. I agree. Any animal that you have not hunted that you would like to? Um, Elk. I would like to hunt elk. I got to get in some better shape and get some and figure out some medical issues before I do that. Hiking in the mountains type of thing. Same thing with Dall sheep. I'd like to hunt Dall sheep one time. I'd like to go to New Zealand and hunt red deer. Also, same issue. I'd like to hunt. I'd like to hunt mule deer. I hunted mule deer. So that's that. Yes, Willie. As long as you're planning on short range, 150, 200 yards and in, 458 SOCOM's a moose hunting round. Barnes has a great 300 grain bullet. I'm going to test out of mine soon. So we'll get that on the channel at some point this winter. I haven't had time to go make videos. So yeah, red deer and elk are similar. Guess that guy who said it doesn't like my gimmick is gone. So, yep. So that's that. Warthog. Yeah. Thoughts on a 120 grain 10 millimeter /40 Smith & Wesson. Depends on the bullet construction. Bullet construction is more important than grain. If it's the like Extreme Defender line, which I think are actually 115 grain, and they actually have a new 100 grain Extreme Defender they're claiming on the box. Of course, you know how Underwood has been lately on what they claim on the box is not true. Usually used to be Underwood always got more than they claimed on the box, but now they've been, backing that powder charge off to save some money. But I just picked up 3 boxes in Anchorage of 100 grain Extreme Defender in 10 millimeter. They claim 1825 on the box. Of course, again, you never know with Underwood. So, but we'll do a test on that. We're going to shoot. Me and Chook are going to shoot it out of all sorts of barrels and all sorts of guns and that kind of thing. So, so we'll see. Is what it is, but we'll see how that does. Super carry is 52,000 psi. Yeah, I would not. No, don't read the effect. That might. I'll have to go look at that up and double check you. I'm not saying you're lying, but I have to double check you. Um, yeah, I'd have to pass on that. So, have you ever completely disassembled a SIG FCU? Now I know why I love Glocks so much. No, I haven't done it, but that's that. No, 458 SOCOM is still below base level 4570, but it's close. It's close. I'd say 458 SOCOM is a lot like 454 Casull shot out of a lever action, 16-inch carbine lever action. Yeah, yeah, way more power. Max load to max load, 4570 crushes it. Minimum to minimum load, who knows? 50 Beowulf versus 458 SOCOM. So that's that. I go 458 SOCOM, and the reason why I would is simply I've seen more ammo on the shelf for 458 SOCOM than I have 50 Beowulf in different places around. Plus, I can use the same projectiles when I hand load for 458 or 4570. I got 1350 feet per second out of G23 at the 120 grain. That ain't bad. All right, is that the Lehigh Defense ammo G23? So, yep. So, let me look this up. What is the PSI of the 30 super carry? 52,000 PSI, you're right. Yeah. Okay. That's a reason why you don't get one. One source says 45,000, the other 52,000. Yeah. And a 9mm is like 32 to 35 plus P. 32 for standard and 35 plus P. All right, where do you acquire a lot of your gun knowledge, work, hobby, experience? I did work in several gun shops. Hobby, reading. That's that. So I think the 6.8 Western is everything the 270 should have been, or at least the 270 WSM should have been. Yeah, long projectiles, high BC bullets. What modern cartridges do instead of just pack a big powder thing full of speed. Let's have as much speed as we can, but also shoot big, heavy bullets that are long projectiles. So I like the 6.8 Western. I think it's a good caliber. I think it'll stick around. I don't think it's as popular as I think it is. You think a 300 Win Mag is good for buffalo hunting? I think it'd be your bare minimum. I wouldn't want to go less than that. 338 would actually probably. I just think you need bigger weight bullets going a little as fast as you can get them. Buffalo are bigger than grizzly bears, so not by a lot, but they can be. So if you get a buffalo tag, if you're lucky enough to get a buffalo tag, go get you a 375 or above. Let's just be honest. So that's a hunt of a lifetime. Go buy the rifle to do it. And then if that rifle just sits there the rest of your life, do it again. Just let it sit there. Go shoot it. Have fun. Federal offers a 120 grain 40 Smith & Wesson, does 1,300 feet per second in the G23. What kind of bullet? If it's a Hydra Shock or a HST or something, I bet it doesn't penetrate. So, what kind of bullet is that? I guess our friend who liked Liberty ammo so much didn't like me calling it a gimmick. He's out of here. 35 Wayland worked on Buffalo just fine. Imagine the 300 Win Mag's pretty office, but Ruger number one level 4570 is the obvious choice. I bow to your wisdom, Big E. Yeah, you got me there. That's correct. Absolutely true and correct. Ruger number one. Yep. What was I thinking? I wasn't thinking. I'm sorry. Um. So yeah, there you go. Ruger number one, right there. American bison, strong and beautiful animals, but stupid Native Americans had them fall off cliffs to collect their furs and meat. There you go. Are there any herds out where you are, David? I know there's the Delta herd. I know there's another herd somewhere, but all right. So anyway, yeah, we're looking for a vehicle. So if you could pray for us to find the right vehicle, I might sell some guns for the down payment. And the 338 was one I was thinking about selling. But now you just talked about bison hunting, so there we go. None that I know of. Gotcha. We got a few here in Kansas. That's cool. Yeah. I mean, if you ever draw the bison tag here, I mean, that's like 1,200 pounds of meat. So it's pretty cool. Be running through some blades on the meat grinder for hamburger. Federal's a full metal jacket rounds. I was getting 1350. Is a solid copper jacket hollow point that I loaded. Okay. Yeah, now that would be interesting to see a ballistics shell test on. You have that on your channel? Solid copper jacket hollow point? If you do, you can put it in the comments below, and I'll approve the comment if YouTube doesn't block it. Or here, let me go in here live, and I can. There you go. There you go, G23. Now you can put it in there. Yeah, our truck fell. Engine fell apart. I think it might be something small, but I'll have to look it up. It's a 1996 that my wife had for forever. So, no, yeah, 96. I think they had woodland bison put around here, but they probably died off. Yeah, they had a dozen bison escape a farm back in Illinois on the way to work. Ever heard of bison on the freeway? Yep, rifle was used and scraped them up. I don't have gel. Yeah, just buy gelatin from your local store. Make it. You have to buy a lot though, so much so that you might as well buy the stuff, the clear ballistics gel. It's crazy. Well, I mean, like cattle, they only follow the bison in front of them, and the natives would run them for a while before they got to the jump. Yeah, there you go. I have some extreme penetrator, 105 grain 40 that go through everything. I don't IDK the speed. 105 grain extreme penetrator. Is Lehigh making that now? Looked and saw no reporting from Alaska vote. Yep, I'm not even looking into it into the morning, man. I'm gonna go to sleep tonight knowing I did what I could, and you know, is what it is. So I'm hoping the other voting went well, but that's about it. You know. So so yeah, the very first uh 9mm Buffalo Bore 147 grain plus P. The very first video on my channel, like 5 years ago, was a horrible video that used the Buffalo Bore 9mm. Yep. So Kind of glad that the wood bison kind of died here. Too many people in the rural West Alaska would probably be dead. Yeah, they're dangerous animals. Had a buffalo jump nearly in my backyard in Montana. Awesome place. Still had tippy rings on our property. Cool. 243 or 6 Creedmoor for deer. 6mm Creedmoor? I'm gonna be honest with you, it doesn't matter. Can you get 6mm Creedmoor ammo? Do you hand load? That's your biggest factor there. What is it? 200 to 150 feet per second difference, but the casing of the 6mm Creedmoor allows you to get the longer, heavier bullets like that 107 grain Barnes LRX and a few others. You know, obviously I like the Creedmoor better for a 6mm Creedmoor, but I mean, it's not going to matter. If you can find a bunch of 243 ammo, get 243. If you can get a bunch of Creedmoor ammo, get a bunch of that. I mean, it really is. So 6mm arc is fun. It's good. Not a big, huge fan of it, but all of the load data, for example, in Hornady's manual to get the 6mm arc, I'll show y'all right here. Let me get it pulled up here. I was seriously searching out 6mm arc, and 6mm arc gas gun data. Okay, they're using an 18-inch bullet, and so to 80 grain bullet, the best you're going to get is 2,800. To get that with an 80 grain bullet, you got to go. They have a gas gun and bolt gun data in here. So they used to have only one set of data for it, and it was like a 22-inch barrel, and like who's going to put that on an AR-15? 24-inch barrel, and you can get 3,100 feet per second with tack powder. So like the 80 grain bullets. So, and I like that 80 grain CX or GMX. The CX is probably a little better. I like that in the 6mm arc. That'd be a great little awesome hunting round. But it is what it is. Thanks, Dan. I appreciate it, man. Correction, extreme penetrator 110 grain, 0.440. That's a new one. I thought they were 140 grains in 0.440. 10 grain extreme penetrator bullets. Okay. Lehigh Defense is in 0.440 diameter is offering a 100 grain, a 150 grain. That's about it. 140 grain extreme penetrator, 115 grain extreme defense, 185 grain extreme penetrator. They got a 185 grain extreme penetrator now. That'd probably be pretty slow. 190 grain wide flat nose bullets, 115 grain extreme defense, 140 grain extreme penetrator. Doesn't look like they're offering a 120 grain extreme penetrator. So, yes, you can mail projectiles to Alaska. If you had to choose a young bull or old moose, which would you go for? I'm not gonna lie. If it's brown, it's down. Spike fork in an area that I can kill a spike fork, or with a permit that's an any bull permit. Yeah, if it's brown, it's down. We're getting the meat. And so whichever presents itself. Do I want a big rack on the wall to hang? Yes. Do I absolutely need a big rack on the wall to hang? No. So is what it is. So is what it is. Would you like better, 300 Win Mag or the 700 Mag for big game hunting? 300 Win Mag. That 700 Nitro Express is just too much for most people. Yeah. Email me. Yes, you can buy all projectiles to Alaska. Email me. They are it's Alaskan Ballistics at Gmail. And we'll talk about it. So that's that. They ordered a 23 Camaro in June. They started to build it last week. We'll likely get it in 2 weeks plus V6 offers. Wow, that's crazy. Kind of jealous and envious on Fairbanks. More variety of guns and cartridges available in Anchorage, probably because of the highway. Yeah, possibly. Lost in background. Hey, how's it going? First time I've seen you on the chat. I'm glad you're here. Headed to AGAC in the end of the month for another fun meat hunt. Been there, out there a few times in years past. Trusty, boring 30-06 along for the ride. Running Hornady 178 grain ELX. It works. Yeah, just don't hit the shoulder bone. It'll explode on the shoulder bone, man. Make sure you get it in the ribs. I've seen them explode on the rib bones, but that was in a 7mm rim mag, which would go on a lot faster. So, but I am not a fan of the ELDX. I hate that bullet. But hey, if you like it, you know, I think it's a glorified VMAX. Put it right here. You know, if you can shoot it accurately in your gun, you do you, man. So, yeah, I'll take the last 9. We'll load them up. No, I have not I have not shot any of that stuff. No. No, I honestly, I'd try it once. Yeah, I'd try it once. Adak is an awesome place. Sketchy landing sometimes, though. Yeah, I bet. I bet. Well, guys, I've been on here 45 minutes, and it's a little later than normal. I want to spend some time with my family, so I hope y'all are doing well. Good luck on your hunts. Uh, Good luck in Adak. I appreciate you coming on the chat. You know, let me know how you do. Hopefully you have a better experience with that bullet than I do, and get some meat, get some awesome meat, and bring me back some back straps. Um, anyway, um, so anyway, guys, no, I've not tried 4440. Don't see the point personally. All right, guys. So make sure y'all go to my arms directory page. That's where I'm going to have all my affiliate links now for the fun stuff, the gun stuff. So that's where you should go. No, it's not a direct to sale site, YouTube, so it's perfectly fine to post the link in case you're doing that. 67 Rebel SST, good to see you. Night, y'all. Hit the thumbs up. Yep. All right, guys. God bless. Take care. We'll see you at the range. Thank you for a good chat, everybody.